Okay, everyone. Welcome to my page. I hope you guys follow me. Thank you. All right, so I want to talk about this video is going to affect a lot of people. I know it is, but I just wanted to talk about it. This is about everybody hiding behind the scripture. The sin of homosexuality should be put to death, right? This is how a lot of religions are attacking people that's in the LG community. And let me just say this, okay? Because I don't want to disrespect anyone. There is too many letters. I am going to write the letters down in my notes because I Google it. But I cannot remember a lot of things, so please do not get mad at me, community. I promise I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. Like, I have been going to the same doctors for years, and I do not remember all my nurses' names. I'm very good with their faces. So, and if I was to the letters, the alphabet right now, I would have to close my eyes and do A to Z. I promise you, no disrespect. But everybody in the community, the LG community, I just want you to know this, right? I have seen the attack on people that's gay, that's people that's, transgender, on people that are lesbians, and they hide behind that saying in the Bible, right? First of all, I'm assuming that a lot of people didn't go to elementary school, and I'm being sarcastic because maybe you weren't taught pronouns and, nouns and adjectives and adverbs. Because if you was, you would know a sentence, a thing, is not a person. God never told you to hate the person. He always told you to hate the sin. So you can still love that person. Think about it. Why would God tell you to love your enemies? Your enemies are people that hurt you in any type of way. And He's telling you to love them. But yet He's going to turn around and tell you to hate the person who is a good person. They just chose to be part of the community, gay or something. Did that make sense? So my question is for straight people, right? This is my question to you. What if God had said the sin before having sex, before marriage, should be put to death? What would y'all people do? And something is telling me that y'all will still find a reason to have sex before marriage. You be like, well, God didn't really mean it like that, because He really expect us to not have sex until we get married. Y'all will still do it. Why? Because that is what y'all all want to do. Y'all don't agree with being gay. You don't agree with being lesbians. You don't agree with being transgender. So in your mind, God is saying that that's completely wrong. God is saying that they're going to go to hell. So you're now hiding behind it. But what if God said that about this having sex before marriage? What would y'all do? How would you feel? So my thing is, I grew up in church, so I know firsthand that, to be honest with you, this was not really talked about a whole lot when I was growing up, right? And I think it's because when I was growing up, this wasn't hardly out there. But now this is so much out there now. So now more pastors are now talking about it. And I am upset about this is because I don't think you should preach everything in the Bible. Yes, you should. But when you do it in a judgment way or in an attack way, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Because God told us that you should let Him do the judging. Him and Jesus, the one that's supposed to be doing the judging. So you are allowed to preach the Bible to help us to do better, but you're not supposed to preach in a way where you're judging and attacking and kicking people out. And this goes for any religion that is shunning anyone because of one of or something is not right, because God never throws us away. If that's the case, we will all be in trouble. God just throw us away, because straight people do a lot of things wrong. Commit adultery, which you know you're not supposed to do because that's in the commandments. You over here lying, cheat, y'all doing all this stuff, and yet y'all want to act like that is nothing compared to being in the LG community, right? Or being gay or being homosexual, right? This is what the problem is, right? We are sitting here acting like we don't know that it's the same thing. So now I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see without my notes without without my glasses. I need my glasses. So now here's another thing, right? Now pastors, another thing that they are talking about how I've seen a lot of pastors almost, I don't want no gay person in my church. I refuse to have a gay person in my church. So this is what pastors are saying. My thing when pastors do that is, pastor. Pastor, can we talk, Pastor? We need to talk, Pastor. Just out of curiosity, Pastor, how many times did you tell us to be so happy for your daughter, and she's on her like eighth baby by eight different dudes? Like, yeah, that's a whole like she got 8 babies, and all of them got different daddies. And each time you told us to be happy about it. Remember that, Pastor? Pastor, do you remember that? Pastor, so do you remember your son? Pastor, do you remember your son? You done told us 8 times that we need to support and be happy for your son. He done got 8 babies by 8 different mamas, pastors, and they not married to nobody, pastors. The Bible talk about that too. Remember, child out of wedlock. Hello, pastor. Okay, so why is it that we are so happy about your children having sex with babies and everything all the time, but yet you want to talk about, so you don't want no gay people in your church? Pastor, don't you think there's something wrong with that, Pastor? Yes, it is, Pastor. So if we gonna keep accepting your daughter and your son up in the church with all these babies by different people, I'm pretty sure God does not mind about you having gay people in the church, okay? Because how many times did you spend time preaching about sex before marriage is wrong, Pastor? Pastor, how many times did you preach about that, but you want to keep talking about the God said about gay? Because God said not be having sex before marriage, Pastor. Yes, back to my point. So here's the thing, right? This is my issue with religions, right? We pick and choose what sins we want to have issues with. If it benefits us, we okay with it. If it don't, we okay. Here is my thing. If you are gay or lesbian or transgender, that's on you. That is between you and God. That has nothing to do with me, because I am a sinner too. I cannot talk to you about you. I don't have sex before marriage, and not one time did any pastor try to help me to why that happened. Okay, because a lot of pastors don't want to talk about kids being raped. Why? Because in a lot of religions they are covering up the rape, because a lot of the rapes are happening in churches and people that they know in the religion. So a lot of times there's no real help from churches about young kids who get raped. So if you don't get the help that you need, you're going to grow up and make bad decisions. So I cannot, because I'm a sinner and I don't have sex before marriage, I can't talk about you being gay and being transgender and being a lesbian, because we both are sinners, and I'm not going to say because God said the sin of homosexuality should be put to death, and he didn't say my sin of having sex before marriage should be put to death. I'm not going to say your sin is worse than mine. No, all sins are bad. God said all sins was bad. So therefore, I'm not going to talk about you. So I feel all religions need to love the people that are gay, because some of these gay people are the nicest people you will ever see. That's part of the community, the LG community. They are two part. And let me just do this real quick, because I don't want my videos about to end, and I don't want nobody getting upset with me and yelling at me. So LGBTK. I'm sorry, TQ. See what I mean? I made a mistake, but I'm trying to do the right thing, because I know I'm gonna put it in my videos. I did a quick video. LGBTQ. Okay, the community. I just want to say, here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is between you and God. That has nothing to do with me, because I'm a sinner and I love everybody. That's what I'm going to say. I might not, we all don't agree with all sins, because I think all sins should be not right. And we shouldn't agree with all sins, not just one sin, period. But thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video you understand what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody, and I sure was not trying to mess with my God and Jesus, okay? I was just trying to help and inspire people. Thank you. Please follow my page.